Why does life sometimes feel off, even when nothing is obviously wrong? You are simply repeating small behaviors every day that slowly shape your future without asking for permission. These habits do not look dangerous. They feel normal, even comforting. But research shows that habits built on short-term pleasure can quietly damage your health, relationships, and direction over time. The problem is not that these habits exist. The problem is that they become invisible. The first habit is dependence on intoxicants, whether it is alcohol, smoking, or other substances used to escape discomfort. It rarely starts as destruction. It starts as relief, a drink to relax, a cigarette to think, something to take the edge off. But the brain does not see it as occasional. It sees it as reward. Over time, these substances begin to reshape how motivation works by reinforcing dopamine-driven behavior loops, making the brain crave the same escape repeatedly. What makes this habit dangerous is not just the substance itself, but the belief that you need it to feel normal. And once something becomes your way of coping, removing it feels like losing stability. The second habit is constant distraction, especially through social media and digital consumption. It feels harmless, just a few minutes of scrolling, a quick video, one more notification, but hours disappear without resistance. Psychologists explain that these habits are built on reward systems in the brain that keep you returning for small bursts of pleasure. Over time, this reduces attention span, increases stress, and replaces deep thinking with shallow stimulation. The third habit is staying in the wrong relationships, not necessarily toxic in an obvious way, but draining in subtle ways. Relationships where you feel smaller, unheard, or constantly adjusting yourself to keep peace. If the people around you normalize unhealthy patterns, those patterns become your standard. Over time, this affects confidence, decision-making, and even ambition. The damage is quiet because nothing dramatic happens. You simply become less of yourself. The fourth habit is avoiding discomfort. This is one of the most common and most destructive patterns, choosing easy over necessary, delaying difficult conversations, postponing work, avoiding challenges that require effort. The brain is designed to seek pleasure and avoid pain, but this creates a loop where short-term comfort leads to long-term consequences. The irony is that the discomfort you avoid today often becomes a bigger problem tomorrow. The fifth habit is living on autopilot without reflection, waking up, repeating the same routine, reacting instead of choosing. Habits are powerful because they reduce the need for conscious thought, allowing the brain to operate efficiently. But this efficiency becomes dangerous when the habits themselves are harmful. You can spend years living a life you did not intentionally design. Many people only realize this after significant time has passed, when patterns have already shaped outcomes. The solution is not to eliminate every habit overnight. It is to become aware of them, to notice what you repeat daily, to question what feels normal, replace escape with healthier coping, replace distraction with intention, replace draining relationships with supportive ones, replace avoidance with action, and replace autopilot with awareness. Your life is not defined by what you do occasionally. It is defined by what you do repeatedly.